I want you to come on a trip with me, okay? So in December, I was almost run off the road. And then 3 weeks later, and then I think it was like a week after that, right? And then, the rotational tail started. What was it, February? Around February. And then I sent a letter, or not a letter, but text to an individual saying, I think I'm being fucking followed. Just be full of shit. Next fucking day, person at every single fucking stop sign at the exact time that I showed up. Yeah. So I did a little bit of digging. Now, here's what I found, and here's what I am understanding. You can, come up with your own theory. So basically, you have the government, which is sitting up here, which is full of the elites and the rich and all that stuff, and they're basically trying to control the rest of us and herd the rest of us and all that other bunch of bullshit, right? And then you got the military, who, they have access to all the weapons and stuff like that, and they're actually supposed to be working for us, but in reality, they just don't care, and they're more worried about themselves. And then you have the agencies below that. And you got like the Congress members who are all corrupt and, like fucking eating babies and, fucking escorts on the side and blackmailing each other and throwing each other into fucking NDAs. Well, then you got the agencies below those guys, and then you got the fucking cop shops, and then you got the DAs, kind of like Thomas Bilski, and then you got the little bitty little cop shops and their cops, kind of like Jocelyn fucking Carruthers, who berated me and then said that it was my fault for yelling that somebody, smashed the side mirror on my car when I actually called them, and the other dude took back off into the other state with plates that aren't from that state, which means they likely, if I had to take a guess, staged the actual situation, because allegedly some of these agencies are in cahoots with the United States government, which, makes sense because they get paid. And that little Mr. Thomas Bilski, I called, and I think I called, 2-3 times, and he never returned my call, and he magically went on vacation. And then I attempted to call the assistant DA, and I never received a call back from him. And then I received a threatening letter in the mail by my local cops, because apparently I was the problem for doing 50 and 55, and somebody attempted to run me off the road on 3 separate occasions, as well as had the side mirror smashed on my fucking car. And I have the before and after picture. You mean that? So anyway, all of these cops are doing their little thing, and the DAs are paid off more than likely, and probably the judges, who knows. Then allegedly you have these organizations or groups underneath them called CPB, or they're gang stalkers, COINTELPRO, what was the other one, Community Watch, and basically they get the orders from up here, and apparently the fucking taxpayers are paying for this bullshit, for these CPB agents to basically stalk, harass, intimidate citizens, and they pretty much spend all this money attempting to do what? Herd them? Get them in the line? Is that what this is? But basically, these organizations do what cops can't. And then you have the cops, so basically, those guys, the little CPB agents, they get covered by the fucking cops. And then the cops get covered by the fucking government. In my opinion, that's what's actually occurring. And the taxpayers are paying for this to actually happen. So, and what's even funnier is that a lot of these cops just happen to be getting caught fucking kids. Interesting. That's really interesting. You know what else is interesting is that right after, remember, I think, not on this video, but I did mention a video where I found it really weird that all of these local fires just happen to crop up. Very weird. Every time I try to talk out, right? Okay. It could be a coincidence. But all of a sudden, like a week and a half ago or something like that, there was an incident. There was a boat. Very sad, right? So this boat had 6 individuals on it. 3 of them died, and 2 of them just happened to be firefighters. and they were out on the river at 10:45 at night, and apparently didn't see a barge with lights on it. That sounds a lot like the mob. That sounds a lot like the United States government has turned itself into the actual cartel, where they take all of our money and they take all of our resources and they basically use their agencies to track, threaten, and harass all of their citizens. Well, allegedly, staging events and using crisis actors and paying them off and then clipping and editing because they're the ones who actually own the fucking media. And they also use MK Ultra tactics on the media to get people to fall in line with whatever bogus fucking story they're coming up with next. And they're run by the rich and the elites, if you actually want to call them that. I think I found the problem. No, that doesn't mean go do something stupid. No, that doesn't mean go do dumb shit. It just means that maybe, just maybe, the federal government needs to be fucking sued. Maybe, just fucking maybe, the states and all of their agencies should get citizen groups to monitor them. As a matter of fact, I contacted civil rights attorneys and groups, and I have no intention of stopping. As a matter of fact, now I'm going to intensify the problem. And now I am going to get cameras. Everywhere I'm getting cameras, and I'm going to monitor, and I'm going to post, and I'm going to clip, and I'm going to capture every single fucking thing you do. I don't need to come find you. You'll come find me. Gee, guys, I'm shocked. Anyway, hope y'all have a good day.